Nope, I got basketball now. You got 3-0 in there? All right, testing. Looks like we got our technical difficulties straightened out. We are 3-0 Severance, 5:41 left in the first quarter. We apologize for the delay. We had some Wi-Fi issues. Once again, we apologize for the delays getting things going. Hopefully you're getting sound and picture at this point. If you happen to be on YouTube and could put in the chat that you're receiving us loud and clear, we would appreciate it. Falcons have had kind of a tough go here getting started. Foul on the Falcons. We'll work on getting you starting lineups here in just a minute. We've had a couple of substitutions, so. Falcons have their work cut out for them today. This Severance team's high scoring, averaging almost 60 points a game. Falcons averaging in the mid-30s. Need to dial up that defense today. Charlie Nebbs running the point for the Falcons today. Natalie Weathers with a jumper from the elbow. Not. This is the Falcons' first home game of the year. Number 10, Kelsey Koza with a 3 from deep. Falcons take a timeout. 9-0 Severance. This will be the Falcons' first home game. Their first game was canceled due to COVID protocols at Prairie View. They went down to Northfield and put up a really good fight the other night with Northfield. A tough loss, 47-36, but it was closer than that right down till the end when Northfield kind of pulled away. But Scott Moline's got a little bit of a project on his hands this year, lost a couple of really strong seniors to graduation, looking to see who can step up this year as the season evolves. All right, we're out of timeout. Falcons bring it in from underneath their own basket. Severance in a full court man-to-man press, so let's see what happens here. Could create some opportunities. Sorry, there's been a scoreboard correction. It's 7-0 Severance. But we're back at the free throw line. Number 34, Tyne Killip at the line. First one's good. For those of you not familiar with Severance, this is a brand new high school just northeast of Windsor. Not a full class yet. This is their second year in sports, I believe, first year varsity sports. And they'll have their first senior class next year and have full enrollment. So probably going to be a contender in the northern part of Colorado as this school grows and develops. They are Robin Talent from Windsor, and that's going to give them some help there. 9-0 Severance, 4:08 to go in the first. Falcons turn it over, coming up against that press. 3:34 left in the first quarter. And we got a timeout. .334 left in the first quarter. Falcons have taken their second timeout. Need to give all these kids a real shout out here, working this out in a kind of a tough environment. Playing with masks on, practices are really restrictive in what they can and can't do, playing against each other, trying to go to school during COVID. Some of them are on hybrid, some of them are going to school all the time, some of them are on synchronous where they're going a couple of days a week. Really a testament to them and their coaches that they've got a season going on at all. Coming out of the timeout, be Severance's ball inbounds just inside their court or their basket. Severance with really good ball movement there. Got a nice look from the top of the key, just didn't fall. That's a steal by Abby Anson. We got I don't know if we're going to call a jump ball there or a foul. See what we got. Looks like we got a possession arrow. Skyline's ball. That's a hustle play by Abby Anson there. Appreciate you all tuning in on the YouTube stream here. We're doing the best we can in a COVID environment to get you the best stream we possibly can, add a little extra with some play-by-play. The reality is we wish you all were here able to watch these guys in person. No doubt they miss it too. Falcons have switched into a 2-3 zone. Outside three-pointer drops. 12-0 Severance. We got 2:24 left in the first quarter. Another deep three from number 24. Not on my roster, so we must have home and road jersey differences, so not sure who that was. And that's Abby Anson under the bucket, gets a good look, fouled in the act of shooting. She'll be at the line shooting 2. Minute 50 left in the first quarter. Falcons need to break that saran wrap off the top of this rim, get something on the board before we wrap the quarter. First one's up and in. Number 3, Ava Chrisman, comes out her first break of the game. Sorry, that's Anastasia Zelenko coming out. She's the leading scorer for Severance. Second free throw's not good. We have a foul in the backcourt. Natalie Weathers checks back in for the Falcons. Somebody's going to have to slide out. Abby's checking out. Falcons tried to play with 6 there. Probably not going to work. Severance works it into the low post, and good defense by Natalie Weathers draws a traveling call. Severance back with that press. Hustle play by Natalie Weathers. Ball's out of bounds. Off of Severance. Skyline's ball, and again, under their own basket. We got 1:33 left in the first. This press is really giving the Falcons some trouble here. Natalie Weathers trying to push the ball up court, fouled. She'll be Skyline's ball out of bounds. We have 3 team fouls on Severance, 4 on Skyline, so we're a little ways away from the bonus at this point. Ball's inbounds in the backcourt. That's a good looking play right there. Shot just didn't fall. Number 34 with a 3-point shot. That's Tyne Kilt. Number 14, Maddie Pitts with the rebound. Oh, had a shot there. Defense got those hands up and shut down a good scoring opportunity for the Falcons. We got a foul on the Falcons. 54.4 left. Number 3, Ava Chrisman checks in for Charlie Nebb. And that's a carry, Falcons ball. Abby Anson advances the ball up the floor. It's a good centering pass. Maddie Pitts to the basket. Nice left hand. 12-3, Severance, 28 seconds left. That's a great looking post move. Severance with another long 3, long rebound, bounces out of bounds. Skyline's ball, 19.3 seconds left in the first quarter. Ten seconds left. All right, that's the end of the first quarter, 14-3 Severance. Falcons rebuilding here a little bit, more than a couple of ways. Lost 2 great seniors to graduation last year. Really 3 with Allie McCrolla. Lindry Schendel's already contributing 6-man up at University of Wisconsin Superior. Ashayla Powers is coming off the bench strong up at Chadron. That's 3 big holes to fill in a team that's kind of going through some processes. Another new head coach, Scott Moline, comes over from the boys' side to lead the girls program. Hopefully that brings some stability in after a couple of years of changes. So it's going to take them a little while to get their feet on the ground, but there's a lot to work with here. And as the season progresses, I think we're going to see some strong improvement. Make no mistake, though, league play's tough. We got tough 4A, 5A conference full of teams that have some experience. So going to be some growing pains, but you can tell by watching they're hustling. COVID protocols put these kids in tough spot. They got to stay distanced during timeouts. All the chairs are spread out. If you've watched an NBA game, it looks very much like that. And then at halftime, one team goes in the hallway and the other team goes in the other side of the gym so that they can see what's going on, or to stay distance from each other. No locker rooms allowed. All right, Falcons ball once again inbounds it deep in their own end. Severance not coming off that press with a 14-3 lead. Clearly that's their go-to. Best way out of that is to break it. There's a good opportunity right there. Natalie Weathers clears the ball in Skyline's half of the court. Charlie Nebb stops to set up the offense. All right, Maddie Pitts brings the ball up for Skyline. Nice to see them try to go back to the underneath. Work that ball inside a little bit with her. All right. Skyline timeout, 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Really strange being in this gym watching a game and there's no fans here. It's just really quiet. I try to watch myself when I'm talking for fear I'm going to be heard downstairs. Not that we're saying anything negative, but I don't want anybody downstairs trying to listen to what's going on upstairs. I don't quite frankly know how the girls do it with nobody in the stands. That feels scrimmage-like almost at times. Well, what a great inside move. So part of what makes some sense about why this Severance team for a new school looks as good as they look is that several of these girls have had a chance to play together in another program before Severance opened. So they've got a lot of court time together, and you can tell just by watching them that they're coming together. And that happens these days, you know, where things move around, new school open. That's a deep three from number 11, Atlee Heltzer. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Severance, but Maddie Pitts getting in there, getting after it. I think the thing that Skyline coaches are really going to want to watch from these girls as the season progresses is the compete factor. Are they working? Are they hustling? Are they staying after it? Because the reality is that's what's going to create buckets for them as they get down the road. And they've been scrappy all along. It looks like they're going they're going to keep working here. Sometimes it's easy to look at that 19-3 scoreboard and kind of check out, but I don't think Coach Moline's going to let that happen, and veteran leadership like Matty Pitts is going to stay after him. I don't think they're going to get away with it. Charlie Nebb's a real competitor, watched her play for years, so they're going to stay in it and stay after it. Turnover by the Falcons gives Severance the ball back in their own end. 6:09 left in the second quarter. That's Heltzer again with another three from the corner, 22-3. Charlie Nebb with a three. Natalie Weathers getting in there, scrapping after it. Another jump ball. Possession arrow sends that ball Severance's way. I want to send a shout out to the Skyline Athletic Administration, Mike Green, his helper Leslie Brown, putting all this together, coordinating everything for getting a stream up and running. They had quite a job. That's a great pass to Charlie Nebb for two for Skyline, 22-5, 5 minutes left in the second quarter. They've had their hand full all year trying to get schedules done and move things around so that these kids can all have their seasons. Biggest challenge is probably football, trying to allocate tickets for parents. I know it's a lot of work, but I also know that if they had the opportunity and we get parents back in the gym, they'd be happy to do it all again so that we could get in and watch these girls compete. Maybe the last couple, 3 games of the year, everybody keep doing the right thing, and maybe we can move these numbers enough to where they can let us back in. Severance defense is really giving Skyline fits. Charlie Nebb from the corner again. That one's off the rim. Nice rebound by Weathers. Pass stolen. And that's a foul on Charlie Nebb. Probably a good foul. That was going to be an easy bucket. Number 24, Natalia Puccino is at the line for 2. That's the Falcons' 7th personal foul of the half. So next foul, Severance will be in the bonus. First free throw is good, second one not good, 24-5. Severance, 4:19 left in the half. Ball tipped out of bounds on the rebound by Severance. Falcons ball. Looks like Severance is backing that press off into a 3-court press a little bit. Falcons work it across pretty easily. Falcons doing a much better job right now getting that offense set up. Hopefully we can see some benefit for that from them, but there definitely looks like they're getting set up a little bit better. And we have a timeout on the floor. 3:43 left in the second quarter. Falcons will pick up league play on Saturday. It's 11 a.m. start at Erie. That game will not be on the Skyline YouTube channel. You'll find that. I'm sure the athletic department will send the link out, but you can get it through Erie High School too and their Erie Tiger Sports Network. They do a good job out there, Erie, getting everything. So that'll be on. We got a full slate of games that day. You got JV boys and girls are out there. You got varsity boys and girls. Varsity boys 1:30 tip at Erie. You can pick up the feed for the Skyline boys tonight. That's a 7 o'clock tip. The feed will end at the end of this game on YouTube, and we'll rejoin that right at 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit before. Boys also taking on Severance. A great move to the hoop going to the left by number 3. That's Anastasia Zelenko. She's one of that trio that played a lot of ball together on the north end of Colorado. That's Abby Anson taking a ball to the hoop, fouled in the act of shooting. She'll shoot 2. 3:14 left in the quarter. Hanson's first one's up and off the back of the iron. Second one also off the back of the iron. Great offensive rebound by Maddie Pitts. Falcons set the offense up again. Need to be aggressive here. Got to work that ball inside. Pitts controls out top. It's a great move by Charlie Nebb to the basket. Fouled in the act of shooting. She'll shoot 2. These are Charlie's first free throw attempts of the season. First one's off. Second one's up and in. 2:52 left in the second quarter. Abby Farmer set to check in for the Falcons at the next whistle. Nebb's running the point up front. This is Charlie Nebb's third full year as a starter in the Skyline lineup, coming on strong. And Ava Chrisman will get a break with Abby Farmer checking in. Deep three-pointer off the rim, but rebounded and controlled by Severance. And that ball deflected off the rim, out of bounds. Skyline will come in from deep. And Severance has pulled that press back a little bit now, picking them up at three-quarter court. Minute 15 left in the quarter. That's a great underneath the basket. Nice fake. Maddie Pitts for 2. She's a force in the paint there. She's the only senior on the Skyline squad this year. Shot deflected out of bounds by Skyline. Nice block by Farmer. I'm sorry, that was Ayana Dothard. Severance will inbound from under the basket. 40.7 left. Corner 3 by Kelsey Koza. Falcons will look to get a good last look here. Deflected off the leg of the Severance player. Skyline ball in just at half court. Yeah, we'll bring it across the half court line. Great pass inside to Pitts, to Dothard, just not going to fall. Deep 3, another one. That one's not going to fall, and we're going to go to the half. 32-8, Severance leads. We will take a 10-minute break here. The feed will not stop, so you don't need to rejoin. Just go grab yourself a soda or a bite to eat, and we'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half. Thanks for tuning in to the Skyline High School YouTube channel. We're doing the best we can here. Nobody pretending to be a professional play-by-play. Karsen Box doing a great job on the YouTube feed. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Still got music in my ears. All right, we're back and ready to roll for the second half. Just under a minute left before we get rolling. Halftime of a basketball game in a gym with nobody in it and one team in the corner talking is just really strange. Falcons, as I said, pick up with Erie on Saturday. Severence is 1-1 on the season. Had a 63-54 loss to Thompson Valley in their opener, and then went down to Berthoud and got a 63-56 win the other night. Skyline parents, if you haven't had a chance to take a look yet, there's a email out from the athletic administration where you can sign up to help out on the book or the clock here at the game and actually see your kids play. If you haven't seen that, those of you that know me, reach out and I will forward you the link to that. But there are openings for book and the clock. 2 or 3 games left for the rest of the year. Give you a chance to get in and get a front row seat and watch these ladies compete. Severance are inbound the ball to start the second half. Both teams are running the same crew that started the game out to start the second half. See if the Falcons can get a little momentum here and build off that first half. That's a great defensive deflection by Pitts. Neb gets her feet caught up under the basket, and unfortunately that's a travel. Natalia Pacino's running the point for Severance and launches a deep 3. That'll be an over the back foul on number 3, Anastasia Zelenko on the rebound. Interesting, that was almost an over in the back. And that's near steal by number 10 for Severance Koza. But they call a jump ball. Skyline ball out of bounds. Number 3, Ava Chrisman will inbound the ball. Weathers tries to feed into Pitts. Pitts scrambles, picks it up. Just a little long. Severance ball on the turnover. .652 left in the quarter. Interesting. We got 2 girls down on the floor. Pitts keeping those arms up, but number 34, Tyne Killip, finds her way to the basket for 2, 34-8, Severance. That was a nice move by Anson for 2. Great job. That's a travel. Quite frankly, looked like it could have been a foul as well, but Skyline will take possession. So Severance has pulled that press off into the second half. They're picking it up pretty strong at half court, though. Abby Farmer checks in, give Natalie Weathers a breather. Nifty dribbling there by number 10, Koza. Ball gets in deep. Another 2 for Killo. 5:14 left in the third quarter. Little floater from Neb just won't fall. Severance pushes the ball down the floor but turns it over. Skyline's ball coming back the other way. You know, we were talking earlier about all the different things these kids are going through to go back to school. It was great to see the other day that Superintendent Haddad has indicated that if patterns continue to hold, they're going to try and get all the kids back to 5-day in-person school after spring break in March, which I think would be, most of the kids would applaud that, and I know a lot of us parents would be happy to see that. I'm sure they're working on that in conjunction with Boulder County Department of Public Health, who's done an admirable job in a really difficult situation, trying to do the best they can, keep the kids safe. We're at 4:26 in the third, 36-10, Severance. The timeout on the floor. I'd like to thank our referees. Been quite a few of our referees have opted out because of COVID this year, largely over the mask issue. So a lot of our referees are doing double or triple duty on some of these games because of a shortage of referees. Sometimes that's causing some game schedule changes. Like we said earlier, Skyline's already lost one game, preseason game against Prairie View, to COVID issues over at Prairie View. Sure like to keep that stuff to a minimum. And protocols from CHASA and all that on this are pretty tight. So we're now getting into the heart of it this week. There are going to be times where these girls have 3 games in a week, and one contact tracing issue can toss 2 or 3 games out the window pretty fast. I don't think we can say enough about their commitment to getting this done and still having practice and focus on school. It's not normal, as we all know. Severance back with that 3/4 court pressure. That's a great offensive rebound by Chrisman. Gets it back up on the glass, gets fouled, she'll shoot 2. First one's off the back of the iron. First one's just a little short for Ava. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We're 3:51 left in the third quarter. Falcons are sporting new home uniforms this year, looking sharp. All right, we're coming back out of timeout. Be Severance ball. They're into the floor on the side. Falcons have done a nice job cleaning up the fouls. They put Severance in the bonus in the first half. We're 3:51 to go in the third quarter. No fouls for Skyline in the second half. So that's a move in the right direction. Number 34 for Severance. That's Killip, heads to the hoop. That's a good, strong defense by Pitts. Forced or alter the shot a little bit, but Severance picks up the offensive rebound. Kicks it out for a three. Just short. And we have a foul. And that's fouled in the act of shooting a three. So number 40, Sienna Henry, will have 3 shots. First one's up and in. Second one also. All 3 free throws good. 39-10. 3:20 left in the third quarter. Tell you what, this Severance pressure has really been giving Skyline fits. They just haven't been able to figure out an answer for it at this point. Abby Farmer's checked into the game at the timeout for Weathers. Pitts with the sideline jumper, baseline jumper. That's Koza taking the ball to the hole, fouled in the act of shooting. She'll shoot 2. And that foul's on Abby Farmer. Natalie Weathers will be checking back in after the first free throw. And she's in for Farmer. Nope, not for Farmer. Both of them come off the floor. She's in for Ava Chrisman. First free throw was good. Second one rims out. That's a reach-in foul on number 10, Koza. Ball will be out of bounds on the side. 2:29 left in the quarter. That's a good look. Pitts recovers. Fouled in the act of shooting. Maddie Pitts will go to the line for 2. Foul's on number 12. That's Bailey Wiggins. First free throw is good. First one's just off the front of the iron. Nice hustle by Maddie chasing down a rebound, just couldn't quite get a handle on it. Severance ball in the backcourt. Nice. Ball out of bounds on Skyline. Severance inbound under the basket. Another hustle play by Charlie Nebb. That's a nice steal by Farmer. Weathers with the ball up top, gets it over to the point guard, Charlie Nebb, trying to set this up. Falcons with the turnover. Number 3, Anastasia Zelenko checks back in for Severance. That's a nice hustle play by Nebb again, reaching in. Almost had to steal, got the jump ball out of it. Possession arrow pointing Skyline's way, they'll take over. Minute 23 in the third. Guys are being awfully quiet in the chat. Usually I see a "Let's go Falcons" or something pop up in there at some point in time. That's a great pass inside. Pitts puts the ball on the floor, one dribble, nice shot off the glass. Minute left in the third, 40-13. If the Falcons can get the ball inside, I think Pitts can go to work. Weathers draws the, or is, gets the blocking foul there. Zelenko's at the line, first shot just short. Second one drops. All right, somebody popped into the chat. Hansen takes it to the hole. Shot doesn't drop, but she'll shoot 2 free throws. First free throws just off the side. Second one drops. A nice entry pass. Fouled in the act of shooting after the rebound. Ava Fink will go to the line. Fouls on Ava Christman. She'll also shoot 2, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. First one's off the front. Farmer checks out. Second free throw's good. Pitts, nice move, gets to the basket, just shot won't fall. And that's another 3 for Severance. Clock's winding down here on the third. 4.2 seconds left, 3.1 seconds left. Skyline's ball. All right, that's the end of the third quarter. Everybody will go to their respective side of the school for quarter break. At least it feels like that. And we'll get rolling on the fourth quarter. Just awesome to see these ladies being able to get out here and compete. It's tough, you know, a lot of these schools were not able to do any of their summer camps or any of their development things that they would do during the fall while football was going on because the gyms were locked down. So everything's just a little slower development, and teams that are rebuilding or trying to put new things together are going to be a little behind the squads that have had some continuity. But thankful that these young men and young ladies can get out and do some competing. It's good for them in so many different ways, and I just don't think we can send a big enough shout out to Skyline administration, Heidi Ringer and her staff, and the principal and staff up at Severance, all these coaches. It's not easy living with a kid that can't compete and wants to compete. It's not easy when they can't go to school, even though they complain about it. You know, they'd really rather be there with their friends than stuck at home on a Zoom call or a WebEx. So I think some perspective in all of this is probably really important. And we'd be thankful that we're out here getting the season we're getting. 14 games isn't a lot, but it's sure better than the alternative. Severance will inbound the ball to start the fourth quarter. Not quite sure what the holdup is. Got some sort of a cleanup on the floor here. Looks like some leaves or something have got on the floor, and I'm not really sure. I haven't seen an open door, although we all know how important that extra ventilation is at this point. I don't quite know where those came from, and officials and a couple of players from Severance having a good laugh about that. Pressing assistant coaches into floor duty where we would normally have a student or a manager. AD Mike Green's over there scoping it out. Deflection off by Severance. Skyline retains possession. That's Koza taking it all the way. That's number 3, Anastasia Zelenko. Pitts is running up top for Skyline now over to Neb in the corner. Nice move to the basket. Little floater for 2. That's a beautiful play. Those two worked really well together there. Love that little floater. Weathers with the rebound for Skyline off the deep 3. Falcons will take another shot at it here. Anson with the ball up top. That's a steal by Natalia Pacino. Anson with the foul to prevent the easy layup. Timeout, Severance. I don't think they called her in the act of shooting there, so that'll be Severance's ball out on the end line when we come back from the timeout. 5:49 left in the 4th. Severance up 49-16. As we mentioned earlier, Falcons will take on Erie 11 a.m. Saturday out at Erie High School. AD will send out the information on Facebook and probably on Twitter on Friday, but you'll find that game on the Erie Tiger Network and their crew out there. Falcon boys varsity will take on Erie as well at 1:30 on Saturday. Parents, as I'm sure you know, because of COVID, there's no bus transportation to that game, so the kids will need to navigate their way there on their own. Zelenko with the pass out to Pacino. Shot doesn't fall. Pitts digs in, and we've got a jump ball. Possession arrow sends that ball to, I can't see it from here because I'm elevated above the scoreboard. That'll be Skyline's ball. Got JV and girls and boys will both play at Erie as well on Saturday, and C and D team boys will play Erie here at Skyline. That feed will be on the alternate Skyline feed, I believe, also coming out from the athletic department. The JV boys are playing over in the Skyline small gym right now. As soon as they wrap up and everything gets switched over, the JV girls will pick up in there, also against Severance. The link for that girls game is the alternate Skyline link that was available for the small gym in the Facebook post that came today. It's also on the Skyline Activities website. That link will be the same fundamental link all season for any activities that are in the small gym. That would include quad wrestling meets will be over in that gym. The varsity meets, the duels will be on the YouTube feed here. Karsen Box is taking up residence at Skyline High School. Doing a great job, though, keeping these things moving for us. We're 4 minutes and counting here in the 4th quarter. And we are on a running clock now, except for during timeouts. I want to say thanks for the shout out on the chat. We're doing what we can. Certainly don't profess to be Al Michaels or even Chris Webber, quite frankly, on the commentary, but we're doing what we can to avoid the sounds of an empty gym. And we've got more stuff coming in on the floor, so we'll be delayed here just a minute. Don't want anybody getting hurt. Not sure where that's coming from. Pretty strange. Been watching games here for a long time, and I'm not quite sure where those are coming from. Chris Carter from the chat? No way. Oh, there's something you don't see very often. Neb wedges that in the corner of the rim. I think that ought to count. I don't think that's that easy to do. Let's give her some points for that. I'm not even going to tell you what's going on here. We're having a tough time hitting that ball to knock it loose. Anybody got a vertical that can get up there and knock that out of there? I just don't know what to say here. Oh, here we go. Oh, we got it. All right. I guess I'll take Chris Carter. That's probably better than somebody saying Dick Vitale. Falcons with the rebound. 3:15 left in the fourth quarter. Weathers deep from three. It's a great rebound by Charlie Neb under the basket. Everybody's keeping moving. Set that up. Neb with the layup, just not going to fall. But then working for the rebound. That's number 3, Ava Chrisman, staying right after it. Don't like to see anybody hit the floor, but boy, we sure like to hustle. And Skyline's ball. And poor Ava back on the floor again. That's a blocking foul. She'll be shooting free throws, but she hit the floor really hard again. Landed on a hip or a cheek, it looks like. She's walking under her own power. Trainer's with her. We'll keep you posted on that, I'm sure. Parents are watching, so I'll try and keep a peek over here and see how she's doing. Looks like she's going to be all right. Just hit the ground pretty hard. Maddie Pitts is shooting the free throws. Free throws, first free throw is good. Second one's good as well. 2:16 left in the quarter, and I was incorrect. We are not on a running clock at this particular point in time. So they're certainly don't pretend to be a doctor here, so I'm not going to diagnose, but we are checking Ava for some basic concussion type things. Looks like she's doing okay though, but definitely took a hard hit. He's communicating. Trainer doesn't seem to be overly concerned. Just doing some of those basic cognitive things that they do when somebody takes a hard fall. Nice steal by Skyline. Numbers aren't working for Charlie Neb. That's 1 on 4, and that's not going to work. Ava Chrisman's up and moved over to away from the trainer, sitting on the bench. I would imagine though that her day is done. Severence is getting starters out of the game a little bit. Anson from the corner. That's off the heel. Fouled in the act of shooting though. And now we are on a running clock. I'm going to have to check up on that. Maybe the number is 35. Oh, now we've stopped it again. We're getting parents running scoreboards and clocks and stuff, so I think everybody's still trying to figure it out. Once again, if you haven't seen that email, take a look for it from Leslie Brown in the athletic administration office. If you want to sign up to keep the book or run the clock during these girls' games, they've opened that up to parents. That same thing's true of varsity boys' parents and all of the sub-level teams. That spreadsheet's out there, so good chance to get in and watch your kid play and help the school at the same time. 42.3 seconds. We've got a timeout. 53-20. Severance in control. Now, just a reminder when we wrap up here, this feed will drop off. You'll need to rejoin. We'll be back, let's call it 5 to 7. 5 minutes to 7 we'll be back on so that we're ready to go for the varsity game. If we're not here, doesn't mean we're not. Depends on whether or not we can adjust the time on the link, but we will be back with on the YouTube channel at 7 o'clock for the boys game. Boys coming off a big win last Wednesday night at Northfield. Put them at 1-1 on the season. Falcons have gone to a full court press here. .25 seconds left. The JV girls game follows. I believe it's 7 o'clock as well in the small gym. You'll need to find that link on the athletics webpage, but they'll tip off 7 o'clock. Boys JV's wrapping up over there now, and then they'll do the disinfecting clean thing in that gym, and you'll be able to pick up the Skyline girls JV 7 o'clock tip over in the small gym. We're wrapped up here from the big gym for the girls varsity game. Finals 53-22 Severance. Girls will be back at it 11 a.m. Saturday morning at Erie High School. For now, this is Mike Allen signing off. Karsen Box on the video. We'll see you back here at 7 o'clock for the boys varsity game. Thanks for tuning in. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the cage and tonight's matchup between the Skyline Falcons and the Severence Silver Knights. We're about 7 minutes away from tip-off, but looks like we're gonna get pre-game activities and stuff a little early. That'll be our national anthem and some of those kind of things. The teams are already in their pre-game huddles. Gym has been disinfected, counters cleaned, floor mopped, and we're ready for this varsity basketball tilt. Falcons coming off a big win last Wednesday over Northfield. Severance off a win over Berthoud. Looks like we're going straight to the floor here. We're going to get underway a little early, it looks like. So we have no national anthem tonight, and we're going to tip 6:55, a little early tonight. Starters for Skyline tonight: senior Adrian Campion, senior Chase Silva, senior Brandon Abram, junior guard Caden Tapia, and Sam Aboitis. For Severance, Parker Gazdick, Ty Adam, Mason Bright, Carson Fagan, and number 34, Brady Varney. I'd like to welcome you all to the stream. Sorry, it looks like not sure why we got an early start. Must be heavy traffic between Longmont and Severance, and we want to get everybody back early. Same officials as did the girls' game earlier. Falcons have had 5 good days of practice after that win against Northfield. Got a chance to work on a lot of things they couldn't do in a short preseason or short practice schedule before those first couple of games. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like now that they've had some additional floor time. Got some extra plays and things in. That's good defense. Traveling on Varney. Falcons will bring the ball in from the end court, just like their lady predecessors. Severance with the full court press right out of the gate, but a blocking foul on number 21, Ty Adam. I would guess, it's not a guarantee, but based on what we saw from the girls earlier, Severance is going to be big on that press tonight. Chase Silva running the point for the second game in a row for the Falcons. Did a great job in that Northfield game, and a complete change of pace from him from what he did last year for the Falcons. Aboitis from the corner nails the three. Or sorry, that's Adrian Campion, my apologies. Severance pushes the ball inside. 2 Falcons there, deflect the ball out of bounds. Severance will inbound under their own basket. Falcons going a little smaller tonight with Abram in the starting lineup. Ball's loose on the floor. Falcons couldn't quite pick it up. Bank shot off the glass for number 34, Varney. This Severance team looked really good against in their win against Berthoud. Not a full high school yet. They're nothing but freshmen, juniors, or sophomores and juniors. They're next year will be their first year with a full school. It's also their first year varsity competition at the basketball level. Severance is northeast of Windsor. Great deflection by Silva. Campion up with the ball. Falcons turn it the other way. After the three by Severance, we're tied at 3, just under 6 minutes, or 6 minutes in the first quarter. Offensive foul. Thought he called a foul there, but I didn't see him indicate a number. May have just been a possession error. Aboitis checks out. Nick Peterson checks in. That's a nifty little move. Shot just didn't fall for Gazdick. That's a great little penetrating dish. Peterson with the easy bunny right at the bucket. 5-3, Falcons 5:17 in the quarter. Varney from 3, in and out. Boy, that ball was down and just didn't stay there. Pretty good look, just didn't fall. Good defense by Peterson. Clears the ball, Silva sets up the offense. Nice look inside to Abram. Easy 2, 7-3. Falcons, good timeout Severance. Falcons got that ball moving well, that was a nice look. If you guys are following us on YouTube, and how else would you be watching the game? Chime in with the chat, cheer on your team. Severance fans, we don't pretend to be a professional broadcaster here, doing the best we can. Apologize if we get a name funky every now and haven't really had a chance to chat with your coaches and make sure we got them right, but we're doing what we can, trying to keep you from listening to a empty gym while you're watching your kids and family play. Zakai Smith checks into the game for the Falcons. Force a turnover. Abram brings the ball up, gets it back to Campion. Falcons will look to set up the offense again. Tapia sits down for Smith, his first break of the night. Ball's knocked out from behind by Severance. Must have hit Silva's hand. Ball goes over to Severance. Looks like we have a timeout. 3:58 to go in the first quarter, 7-3 Falcons. Nick Peterson leading the Falcons in scoring, averaging 13.5 per game. Adrian Campion's right behind him at 9.5. Two primary forces pushing the Falcons. 71 points on Wednesday night last week at Northfield. Just an incredible performance, especially in the second half. Ball was really moving. Easy looks at the basket from underneath and in close. Shooting percentage very high. Seen a little bit of that so far tonight. Ball seems to be moving well. Pressure defense forces a turnover. Abraham down to Peterson. It's a good look, just didn't fall. We'll take that all night long. A foul on number 4, Nick Peterson. Be interesting to see as the night progresses. Severance, good ball club, but they're young and they're nothing but juniors and sophomores. So it needs to be interesting to see if this more senior-laden squad for Skyline can maintain some composure and maybe work this through a little bit later. Abram checks out for Skyline. The boy is right back in the ball game. Number 21, Adams, goes to the hoop, fouled on number 2, Zakai Smith. That was in the act of shooting, so he'll shoot free throws. First one just off. Abram back in for Boydus real quick. Looks like just a quick word with the coach on a couple things. Right back in the ball game. Second one off the back of the iron. Long rebound goes to Compion. Silva looks to set up the offense. Compion attacks, draws a foul. Number 33, Carson Fagan, into the ball game, replacing number 4, Parker Gazdick. Silva slid his foot. Hard to tell from here. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-3. Tapia checks in, gives Silva a quick break. Silva did a great job running the point Wednesday night over at Northfield. Had a dozen assists on the ball game, and his first time as a point guard. Coming back up to set it up. When Silva slides out of the ball game, Compion takes the point. And we've got a carry. Needless to say, the coaches are not happy with that call. Falcons really looking to double the ball out top. Fagan hits the three. 7-6, 2:27 left in the first quarter. Timeout, Skyline. I'd like to throw a shout out to the Skyline administration. Heidi Ringer and her staff, Mike Green and his staff, putting all this together. A lot of crazy rules and protocols in order to get these games played. Between the girls and the boys game, they completely emptied the gym, disinfected everything. Gym sat completely empty with a 30-minute clock on the scoreboard in order to make sure everything got cleaned and sanitized and ready to switch games. At the same time, they had to do the same thing over in the small gym after the JV boys game, getting ready for the JV girls game. It's a real credit to these, what's going on from the athletes level, just to be here. So thankful they get to have those basketball season this year. Look really in doubt for a while. Silva checks back in. Silva penetrates, draws the foul. Falcons will inbound under the basket. Falcons basket makes it 9-6, minute 47 to go in the first quarter. Good hands by Peterson to deflect that, just couldn't quite control it. Severance sets it back up. Boy, that's a nice job penetrating, getting to the basket by Peterson for Severance. 9-8, minute 13 to go. Nice pass, sets up a three by Compion, doesn't fall. Abram with a nice rebound over to Tapia. Under a minute now, Falcons really looking to set up and make sure they get a good look here to end the first quarter. Pass into Peterson, just couldn't get anything to work with. That's a nice move to the basket. Unfortunately, the shot just didn't fall for Compion. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. All right, deep three gets the Falcons a rebound. They got one more look at it. 13 seconds left. Look for him to try to work into Peterson here somehow. Abram from the corner penetrates, kicks it out to Compion for the deep three. No shot. All right, end of the first quarter, 9-8 Falcons. Appreciate you all tuning in on the Falcon YouTube channel. Falcons at home tonight at Erie on Saturday. That's a 1:30 tip on the Erie Tiger Network. And then next Wednesday, they are back at it up in Windsor. So a couple of days off to start the week. And then the following week, we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, couple of road games. At Meade, at Silver Creek, both tough veteran squads. And then the Falcons will return for a 3-game homestand here at Skyline. All the home games will be here on the Skyline YouTube channel. Road games will be on the respective opponents' channel. Meade uses YouTube channel. I'm not sure where Erie broadcasts from. Those feeds will be available to Skyline Athletic Administration is really good about putting those links out on Facebook or on the athletics page of the Skyline High School website. Starts the second quarter, Falcons inbound midcourt. Checking in for Skyline, Sam Aboitis, number 23, Caleb Allen, 0. Silva, Tapia, Compion stay on the floor. That was an easy layup, easy look. Falcons need to make sure they're aggressive on the offensive end. Tapia working. Seems like Severance turned up the defensive pressure. Must have got after him a little bit in the quarter huddle. Peterson in for Allen. Zakai Smith in for Tapia. Be a blocking foul on Severance. Silva hits the ground. Fouls on 33. That's Carson Fagan. Falcons take the ball in on the side. 7:13 to go in the quarter. Well, that's a nice save out of bounds by Compion. Player moved and wasn't there when the pass got there. Compion from the corner, that's his spot. Not quite there. Nice rebound by Smith, ripped away. Boyd just with a great job getting back, deflects that. That would have been an easy layup. With that last basket, Severance has taken the lead 10-9, 6:43 to go in the quarter. Severance with an offensive rebound, another second chance opportunity here. Kicked the ball about nice passing, number 23. That's Mason Bright with the easy layup under the basket. Shooter shoot, Compion right back at it. Boy, that ball's in and out again. He needs to just keep attacking that. It's going to drop. Good hands by Silva, forces the turnover. Compion heading out. Nice pass to Smith. Nice athletic move at the hoop. Easy two. 12-11 Severance, 5:54 left in the quarter. Ball's inside again. That's a nice move by Peterson to block that shot. Turns into a possession arrow, and that'll be Severance ball out of bounds. Compion takes a break. Abram in for him. Tapia with the tip away. Nice job. Smith on the breakaway, and that's an easy two. Boy, Smith's he's a sophomore. You can just see the athleticism there. This young man's going to be a big part of this program moving forward. And he forces the travel there. Nice defensive play. Not sure you guys were able to watch, but the Falcon JV picked up their first win of the season over in the small gym. Girls are going at it over there now with Severance, the JV girls. 13-12 Falcons, 5:07 left in the quarter. Tapia gets a hand on it, couldn't quite force it. Oh, ball rattling around on the floor. Teen Severance, we got a timeout on the floor, 4:40 in the quarter. We've got a hotly contested contest here. Both teams are on the floor. I think the shots start falling. We're going to see some points here in a little bit, but right now, defense is winning the day. You guys can check the schedule for all the Skyline teams on the Skyline Booster Club website, skylineboosterclub.org. All of the games are listed in there. That's girls swimming, wrestling matches, all the JV and varsity girls games, varsity, JV, C and D team boys games. The link for all the varsity games are in there. We'll jump in and put the C team and JV Skyline sub-varsity links in this week, so you could just click on that. Find schedule for all the games. Severance back to that press they used early in the first quarter. Zakai Smith from deep, just off the iron. Severance coming back the other way. Abram just a little slow off the dribble. Picks up the foul at the basket. Blake Williams and Compion checking in for the Falcons after this first free throw. First one's good. And he's replacing Tapia and Smith. Get a breather. Nice stretch by Zakai Smith. Looked really good there. All right, second free throw is good, 15-13. Severance, 4:19 to go in the half. That's a nice pass inside to Peterson. Never been an official, but that looked like it might have been a foul. Traveling going the other way on Severance. Falcons will come back the other way. Severance back in that press. Falcons need to show some discipline here, break it pretty easy. Blake Williams with the easy look over to Peterson. That's the way you get them out of that. Break that like that, get that easy layup. Sooner or later, they'll pull out of that a little bit. Deflection by Peterson again. Nice pass back in the inside. Another easy 2 assist from Blake Williams. That's a good look. Falcons retake the lead 17-16, 3:29 left in the half. Timeout, Severance. I'll tell you what, that's a really nice job of Skyline putting some pressure on that press. That's how you get them out of that. And then the turnover just over the court the second time creates another easy opportunity. Easy to say from here. Peterson had to work to get that shot, but good look. That Falcon game at Erie, 1:30 on Saturday. Parents, just so you know, I'm sure your kids have told you, there are no buses for that game, so kids are going to need to find a way to the game. Because of COVID, the bus thing is complicated. Let's go with that. JV girl or varsity girls play 11 o'clock in the big gym out at Erie. Another good rebound by the Falcons. You know, the other good thing about dealing with this press, boy, that's a clever little move by Silva. Keep them out of this press if they don't score. It looks like they're only pressing off of makes, off of their makes, so keep that defense cranked up, keep you out of that press. Falcons will inbound the ball under the basket. Oh, that's a turnover in the lane. That's an offensive foul. Nice job by Compion standing his ground. Zakai Smith and Aboitis checking in for Abram and Silva. And Severance pulls that press off. 2:53 left in the first half, 17-16 Falcons. Low scoring affair at this point. Smith heading to the basket, not sure if he was going to pass that off or go to the hoop. We'll see what he gets for free throws. Looks like he's getting 2, so they're going to call that in the act of shooting. .236 and a half. First free throw just short. Little quick strategy session. Coaches were talking with Williams and Campion while the first free throw was going on. See what the Falcons have cooked up here. Second free throw is good. Falcons look to be in a 1-3-1 zone. Nice pressure. Good job. Steal by Peterson off the deflection. Falcons set it up. 18-16, 2 minutes to go in the half. Good rebound by Smith. Clear the ball out to Campion. Falcons back at it. Campion from the corner. Just off. Minute 36 to go in the half. Nice hustle by Williams. Ball deflected out of bounds. Severance sets up under their own basket. Tapia in for Smith. Another good run by the young man. Tapia with the steal. Peterson cleans it up. Not quite. Can't quite get it to go in. Minute 15 in the half. Falcons up 2. Looks to be a 1-3-1 zone the Falcons are running, but pulling somebody out to double the ball up high. Put a little pressure. That's a 14 foul on the Falcons in the half. Severance with 6. Nobody really in danger of the bonus here with 56-5 left in the half. Silva checks back in for Peterson. Gazdic makes the second free throw. 18-17, 56 seconds left. And that's a travel on the way to the basket. Subs going in. Peterson and Allen in for Aboitis and Silva. 42-3 left in the first half. First time we've seen Peterson and Allen, the two big guys on the floor at the same time. It's a body foul. Foul's on 0. Allen, his first. .25 seconds left. Falcons need a bucket here. See what they come up with. Blake Williams from the corner. Foul out of bounds off of Severance. 12.2 left. Something off the inbounds here, get a good look. Campion from the corner, just not falling. He's a shooter, needs to keep shooting. Those will start falling. All right, 21. Adam hits the bucket right at the buzzer. Falcons down 22-18. What was a pretty good half at 18-17. Kind of got away from them down the stretch there. See what the coaches can come up at halftime. We're going to take a 10-minute break, but starting on that next home game a week from Friday against Holy Family, halftime we'll start working, doing some senior stuff. We'll be reaching out to senior parents to get some comments. Unfortunately, it looks like we may not be able to have a senior night, so next couple of games we'll be talking about our seniors at halftime, so make sure you tune in for that. Got a great group of seniors, 7 of them on the squad this year, so we'll try and get each of them a little bit of glory. We got 9:49 left till the start of the second half. We're going to tap out for a little bit, go grab a beverage and snack, and we'll be back for the second half. Watch to see if those Falcons can rally. Down 22-18 at the half. All right, we're about to wrap up the halftime. 2:56 left in halftime. Well, you got a couple of minutes on your hand after you log off of the YouTube stream. Pop over to skylineboosterclub.org. You got a link there to put your King Supers card, link it to the Skyline Booster Club, and King Supers will give a percentage of select purchases directly to the Booster Club. All you got to do is go over and link your card. It's through the community page. The link on the website will actually take you right there. Got 18 or 20 families logged in and signed up to do it. Now, sure like to double that number over the course of the basketball season when we can remind you about it every couple of days. Absolutely no money out of your pocket. That's a direct donation to the school from Kroger. If they're going to give away their money, we ought to get some. You can also link your Amazon account through Amazon Smile. Same exact thing happens where Amazon, who seems to be running short on money, will give us some of theirs. Shop out at American Furniture Warehouse. Mention Skyline at checkout. A portion of the proceeds from every sale that you make when you link Skyline High School is given straight back to the Booster Club. Booster Club does a lot of things in a normal year. This year's been a little bit different, but lacking all of our concession money and things like that that we normally pull down. It's just not there. And with a little bit of help, we're going to get some activities going in May and early June for graduation or yard signs or whatever, and just need to keep that money tree rolling as we move forward. We're about to wrap up the halftime. Skyline rolls out. Abram, Blake Williams, Compion, Peterson, and Silva to start the second half. But hold on, we got to get the clock set. Skyline parents, if you haven't checked your email lately or checked it and haven't done anything about it, there is an email from Leslie Brown in the athletic office. You can sign up to keep the books at the game, or you can run the clock. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea if you had a general idea how to do that, but I know Leslie will provide some training, so will Mike Green. But it gives you a way to get in the game and watch your child play. They're taking sign-ups for JV, varsity basketball, or sub-varsity basketball. Peterson hits the first free throw. Lots of room left on those sign-up sheets, too. So, and one of the sub-varsity ones that's available is to run the live stream, which is really simple in that small gym. Just move the camera around. But if you're looking a way to get in and watch your student play, there are options available. That email came, must have been Monday, from Leslie Brown in the athletic office. Falcons picked up both free throws right off the bat. 22-20. Fouls on 21. That's or not 21. Number 1 must be on Williams. 21's not on the floor. Varney will shoot 2 free throws. Makes the first one. Knocks down the second one as well. Williams is seeing his first extended varsity action of the year. He's a senior. That's a good attempt at to make that hard, but 33, Fagan finds his way to the basket. And Severance is pulled out to a 26-20 lead just under 7 minutes in the third quarter. Back inside to Peterson. Oh, that in and out. Boy, that shot was down. Right now, the shots are just not falling for Skyline. Need to find a way to get a couple of buckets here, stem the tide. Silva scrappy getting in there. Timeout called by Severance, retained possession. That's probably not a bad timeout from the Skyline perspective either. Save Coach Cerveny one. Falcons a little sluggish out of the gate here. Falcons start league play on Saturday. We talked about that Erie game quite a bit, but this new 4A, 5A Northern League, going to be some work to be done there. I tell you what, we got Erie on Saturday, at Windsor on Wednesday, both tough matchups. Back home for Holy Family. They'll have something for Skyline after the buzzer beater by Chris Roy in overtime last year. They'll be ready to go when they walk in here. And then Meade and Silver Creek both on the road the following week, both solidly coached, good programs. Meade currently #1 in the state and looked every bit of it the other night. Fouls on number 4, Gazdick. I'm sorry, number 5 must be on Aboitis. Bright's at the line. Knocks down the first one. Second one's off the back of the iron. Deflected out of bounds. Skyline ball. This Falcons team's young. Got a lot of seniors, but not a lot of minutes on the floor right now from those guys. Really, of the seniors on the floor, only Compion logged significant minutes last year with the lack of summer activity with club team and basketball camps and things like that. It really hurt a team like Skyline that was kind of regrouping and rebuilding. These kids could have used some time together, and they're learning hard on the fly right now. Another basket for Severance. Make it 29-20. Compion needs to keep shooting. He's a proficient three-point shooter. Just like maybe lost a little confidence in the first half, but those shots, a couple of them were up and down. Silva, Tapia penetrating, gets fouled. Skyline ball out of bounds. Silva passes in. That's a nice, easy look to Peterson. 29-22. We're 5:10 in the 5:10 left in the third quarter. A couple of quick subs for Skyline. Looks like Aboitis is coming back in. Thanks for popping in on the chat. Varsity girls tonight had a tough go against Severance. Worked hard, played hard all the way to the end, but it just wasn't theirs tonight. But they're going to get it put together. Got a new coach, bunch of new players, new starters, new system. Once again, not a lot of club play, not a lot of time together. Scott Moline's taken over this year. Brings a lot of experience as a coach, but just a lot of ground to cover in a relatively short period of time. No doubt they're going to get better, but they struggled tonight against Severence. Sakai Smith checks in for the first time in a half. So as the Falcons pick it up, you got Aboitis, Smith, Silva, Campion, and Peterson in the ballgame. Gone to a three-quarter court press. Campion hustles back, deflects the ball out of bounds after what looked might be an easy look. Severance's ball under their own basket. Corner three from Fagan brings the Silver Knights out to a 32, must have had his foot on the line, called it a 31-22, 9-point lead. Nope, they made it a 3. 32-22, 10-point lead for. That's a great move by Campion. Attack the basket. Really, Skyline's been a little complacent on the offensive end. They really need to start attacking. Waiting for things to happen, need to make some things happen. Smith grabs the steal, just can't quite recover. That's a nice deflection. You can tell from listening in the gym that the Skyline bench is really trying to crank up the defensive intensity here. Fouls on Peterson. I believe that's his second. Ty Adam at the line makes the first free throw. And knocks down the second one. Well, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but Severance has been really good from the line tonight. 34-24, 4:08 to go in the third quarter. Aboitis cans one. Boy, that looked from here like it was down, and it just popped right back out. Sakai Smith takes the three. Silva with the rebound. Back out to Aboitis. Or to Campion, my apology. Sakai Smith, another long three. This is a point in the game, in a 10-point game, where the Falcons could really use the veteran leadership of senior guard Hayden Robeson, who unfortunately tore his ACL in the football season. Really gritty competitor. His leadership on the floor would no doubt be helping this ball club right now. Foul on Severance. Skyline timeout. Falcons just seem to be lacking some intensity right now. I'm not sure what it is, but they're just a little lackadaisical right now. Coach is kind of giving it to them in the huddle. Just a little flat. And that can happen with an inexperienced young team. Shots aren't falling, doing a lot of things right, getting their head a little bit. But it's 10 points. They got good shooters. If they stay after it, play some defense, we'll see if they can get back in this. Peterson's at the line. Will be for two. 3:29 left in the third quarter. Both teams have 3 team fouls, so once again, we're not flirting with bonus situation. Be helpful for the Falcons if they could get there. Peterson's first shot off the front of the iron. Tapia checking in after the free throw. And he's in for Silva. Falcons are going to work this press, see if they can turn up the pressure on Severance, maybe force some turnovers, get a couple of easy buckets. And it works to that point. Tapia gets the bucket. That press works the first time. Let's keep after it. Almost got it the second time. Boy, that's good hustle by Compion. Hear a little energy coming from the Falcon bench. Just got to be careful in that press. If you don't get back right afterwards, you can leave yourself wide open on the other end. Smith with the steal, settles it down. A nice time to see Mr. Compion get that shot back. Just keep shooting. Has a nice look underneath. Peterson finds his shot. Boy, I tell you what, just a tough get for the boys tonight. Shots are just not falling. That's 3 good looks in close. Falcons down 7. Bright fouled in the act of shooting. Will shoot 2 free throws. He's been rock solid from here tonight. Let's see if we can talk about his excellent free throw shooting and talk him into a couple of misses to help those Falcons out. Hey, look at that. The shooter's jinx works. Abram checks in for Peterson. Peterson's got 4. And the second free throw drops for Bright. 35-27, 8-point Severance lead, 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Peterson's probably gonna have to sit for a little bit, so the Falcons are gonna have to find another answer inside. As we indicated earlier, Peterson's the leading scorer for these Falcons at 13.5 a game. Compion aggressive to the basket, fouled. Will shoot 2 free throws. Falcons need to capitalize on these opportunities, score with the clock stopped, work their way back into this. First one drops. Maybe this is what we need to get Adrian going. Hit a couple of free throws, lock in that stroke, and then maybe that 3 ball will start to fall. Makes them both. There we go. Let's see. Falcons will go back into that press. Got it. Smith with the steal and the bucket. I'll tell you what, this is a coming out party for Zakai Smith. Took him a couple of games to get settled in, but he is absolutely playing his best ball game of the year tonight. Falcons force the turnover again in the other end of the floor. Possession arrow. Which way is the arrow going? Blue ball. Severance will inbound. Falcons are going to stay with that press. Boy, I would. 35-31. All of a sudden, we got a 4-point ball game. Play it smart down the stretch here. 1:46 left in the quarter. Let's see if they can close this out with this defense and reel this Severance team the rest of the way in. Corner 3 from Fagan works again. 38-31, 7-point Severance lead, 1:19 to go in the half. The Falcons have found a little bit of something, but got to quit turning the ball over heading down the floor if they're going to get back in this one. Falcons almost force another turnover. Boy, Bright's just strong. That's another good look. Well contested shot in the under the basket, but should be 39-31, I think, right now. Silva and Williams set the check back in for Skyline. 40-31, 34 seconds left in the half. Falcons had closed the gap, but give it right back. Abram and Smith get a breather. Don't know that I'd expect that to last very long. That press was doing some damage. Just got to limit the turnovers. Dead ball for a minute. Had a problem with the clock. Run a little time off. Comes with the territory. We're trying to get as many people in to watch these games as we can. We got parent volunteers on the board and the book tonight. Nice look by Silva. Way to penetrate. 40-33. 40-33 for Skyline. We got 2 seconds left in the clock in the half. All right, end of the third quarter. Falcons down 7. Got some work to do. A couple of things happened in that late in that third quarter that they could probably build on. That press seemed to do some damage. Kind of force this younger Severence team to turn the ball over a couple of times. Falcons let them off the hook, though, by turning it over themselves a little bit. 40-33, not an insurmountable lead by any factor. Falcons got Peterson in foul trouble, which won't help. Talked to Coach Cerveny through the offseason, and one of the big things he said was, rebuilding year, regrouping year. Got to win the games we're supposed to win, and I think if you marked this down on the schedule before, you would think that this was a game that Skyline should put together a win, but Severance has been really scrappy. It's a very together team. Going to be trouble as these young men advance next year. Got their hands full tonight, Skyline does, but thinking the Skyline coaches and Skyline staff are going to think this is a game that should not be a 7-point ball game going into the fourth quarter. So see how the team rallies up. To their credit, Severance has been very disciplined, really haven't turned over the ball. They've hit the shots they're supposed to hit. Free throw line's been fantastic. I don't have the numbers, but shooting the ball well. Falcons will inbound to start the fourth quarter. If they value the basketball and pressure defense, I think they'll get back in this. But it starts on the offensive end. Got to value the ball. No empty possessions. Oh, Compion just off again. There's another three from Fagan. 43-33. Compion dials one up. Let's get the young man on a hot streak. I know it can be done. I watched him hit 5 in a quarter last year and really put a game away for Skyline. So he's a shooter. I'm glad he's still shooting. He can get hot like nobody's business and bring Skyline right back into this. Williams is checked in for Skyline. Offensive rebound for Severance. Put back by Bright. Puts the Severance lead back to 9. Turnover on the end line by Skyline. Puts the ball back in Severance's hand, but Skyline's, as they should, pressing. Doubling the ball. Williams with the steal. Ooh, off balance. And that's going to be a blocking foul that'll send Adam to the line. Fouls on 23, Aboitis. Peterson and Smith set to come back in for Skyline and Abram. That first free throw is good for Adam. Williams, Tapia, and Aboitis come out. Adam hits the second free throw. Leads back to 10 for Severance. 6:16 to go. 11. Leads back to 11. 6:18 or 6:12 to go in the quarter. Falcons need to make a move. Smith just off the back of the iron. Severance controls. Compion tried to jump that, almost had to steal. Got bodies all over the floor. Falcons are definitely hustling. Smith with the corner three, 47-39 at the 5.5 minute mark. Peterson with a nice steal. And he's attacking. Hits the corner three for Compion, who hits it 47-32. Falcons have cut it to 5 in a real short period of time here. That's a tough foul. That's a Compion on a tough foul. Bright hits Adam hits the ground hard. He landed hard, but he's up and moving. Tough kid. That was a hard foul. But nice. That's a good foul by Skyline to take that 2 off the board. But Adam's been fantastic from the free throw line. Knocks down the first one. Second one's off the iron. Peterson with the rebound. Boy, this is one of those times. Would it be really nice if this gym was full of Falcons and that student section was going crazy? I think it might charge these guys up. The quiet gym, the intensity level, it's a little harder to ratchet up, and I know you're supposed to be able to play in front of any situation, but you'll never convince me that the lack of fans isn't making it easier on these road teams. That's a great steal by Abram. Put back by Compion, just won't go. Kick it out to Smith for the 3, just off, and they're going to be an over the back on Abram. And we're going to the other end for 1-1 as Severance is now in the bonus. We're 4:43 left in the quarter. Falcons down by 6. Severance will be in the bonus the rest of the way. And the first one looked like it was going to come out and do Skyline a favor, but it settles in right at the end. Fagan misses the second one. Peterson with the rebound. 7-point ball game, 4.5 to go. Still plenty of time, but Falcons need quality possessions. Little floater from Smith, falls. (49-44). Oh no. That's a good job by Peterson being aggressive, but he's got to know he's got 4 fouls, and unfortunately that's probably going to spell the end of Mr. Peterson for the night. But I mean, what are you supposed to do? Club's down 5, need some pressure. So he's out of the ball game, but I mean, it's hard to fault him in that situation. His team's hustling, everybody's pushing it. You know, just a foul on the body. Hard to fault the young man for hustling. So the Falcons will be a little small right now. But boy, this is in the ball game. Gonna have to see what they can get. If Brandon Abram and Smith can work the inside for him. Fagan hits the first free throw. 50-44, 4:18 to go in the game. And he knocks down the second one. Boy, I just got to tell you, really impressed with the way Severance is knocking down these free throws. Making Skyline pay for the fouls. Falcons are really going to need to lean on Smith and Compion at this point. Really going to have to try to carry the load and see if they can pull some buckets down. 15 foul on Severance. Silva will trigger in from the side. Compion pulls the trigger from the corner, just off. Nice rebound by Abram. Trigger kicks it back out. Just approaching the 4-minute mark. Smith inside. Another big bucket. 51-47. Falcons hit the press. Boy, that's a great attack of the basket by Gazdic. Fouled in the act of shooting, shoots 2. Didn't pick up who the foul's on. That's 10 fouls on Skyline, so now Severance will be in the double bonus the remainder of the ball game. 3:49 to go. Timeout at the cage. Falcons down 5. Mentioned this earlier in the girls' game. Got some good news prospectively on the horizon. Don Haddad this week announced that provided everything kind of stays the way it's going, looks like they're going to try to get the kids back in school 5 days a week after spring break. That's not locked in, but back to a full school schedule would, I think we can probably muster up a large number of parents that would be okay with that. Finish the school year strong. Kind of get the kids back in the groove as we wrap up 2020-2021 school year. Set the stage for 2021 in the fall and hope that we can start working our way back towards normal. Gazdic's at the line, shooting 2. Knocks down the first one. Falcons got to Silva, deep, just off the back of the iron. As a lot of you know, today is the final official national signing day for college athletics. As of this time, we haven't heard anything official from any of our Skyline athletes that are pursuing athletics after college. I know we've got a lot of perspectives looking at things, but haven't heard anything concrete, so we won't name names or comment on anything at this point, but we'll see what happens. Just because they didn't sign today doesn't mean they can't sign down the road. It's been a funky year for those kids with a lot of no contact and no camps, and NCAA's extended the Division I recruiting contact from coaches clear into April. Gazdik's back at the line. First one rolls out. Falcons down 7 with 2:46 to go. Knocks down the second one. I'm going to tell you, there's been a lot of things that have not gone Skyline's way tonight. The shots certainly haven't fallen, but I'm going to tell you, Severence, when we look at the numbers from the free throw line, it's got to be close to 80% from the free throw line, and that's going to be a big part of this 8-point difference, is that they've just been lights out from the free throw line, making Skyline pay for those mistakes. Adam with the dunk, 56-46 at 2:20. Boyd just fires from 3 off the corner. Saved by Skyline, foul by Silva. Will bring Severence back to the line for 2. Heard that earlier tonight in the JV game that Gullickson had a heck of a ball game with that squad getting the lead, or getting a nice win, first win of the year. Abram, Silva, Smith check out. I tell you, if there's a sunny side to tonight's ball game, after a couple of games getting settled in at varsity level, Sakai Smith had a coming out party tonight. You just can see how that young man develops as we move down these last, now 11 games left in the regular season. Falcons have regular season play starting on Saturday. Boydus gets the and one. Ball finally rolled in for Skyline after a whole bunch of them have rolled out tonight. See if Boydus can finish the 3-point play. Falcons down 11 with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. See if we can get this and one to drop. And it drops. Williams in for Compion. Oh, almost got it over and back there. Timeout by Severance. Looked like Gadzik was going to get in trouble there. Good call, good timeout by the Severance coach. Minute 44 to go. Falcons down 8. Got to hand it to Severance. That's a first-year varsity school, but this is a disciplined squad. Knocked down their free throws, held their composure against the press, and really came in here tonight, and especially in the second half, took it to this Falcon team. like to thank you all for popping in on the stream tonight. We're doing the best we can to give you a quality presentation. Karsen Box, senior here at Skyline's done an incredible job getting things up and running. We're figuring new things out every week, every game, trying to get better for you, give you the best chance or best opportunity to watch the games until we can figure out how to get everybody back into the stadium and watch these young men play in person. That's a reach-in foul on Tapia. Trying to play it down the line, but that one might have been a little ticky-tack. Gadzik's back at the line shooting 2. First one's down. Falcons had their shot, had their opportunities here. The thing that really settled them, that really did them in, was some turnovers and tough night shooting, combined with a really disciplined night by Severence and off the charts free throw shooting. Kind of made this a 10-point ball game. Bradley over to Aboitis. Need to get some shots up, young men. Tapia with a little floater, drops. Timeout Skyline, 59-51. Minute 20 to go in the ball game. If you guys need more up-to-date stat information, follow your player. Don't forget to download the Max Preps app. You can register for free, and usually within a couple of days after the game, the stats are uploaded so you can see virtually everything that happens in the game is uploaded. Scoring, averages, free throw percentages, steals, rebounds. JV coach Elliot Rodstein does a great job sitting here keeping stats. And then he gets those uploaded into Max Prep. So if you're not already on that app, it's, like I said, free to register and give you a little more detailed information on how your athlete or family of an athlete is doing. And you can scout and check out the upcoming opponents as well and see what they're doing. Minute 18 to go. Falcons have backed off on the press. Hit the open man, and Fagan, the easy 2 under the basket. Aboitis from the corner. Kind of been a pattern tonight. Shots just not falling. And this is, let's not confuse these kids with Steph Curry, but this is not a horrible shooting team. Just had a brutal night tonight. Keegan Bradley picks up the foul. Falcons trying to get. That's Varney knocking down the first free throw. There has no doubt been a free throw disparity tonight. A lot of that's due to Severance spending the bulk of the fourth quarter in the bonus, but they've been knocking them down to boot, so. We're at 33 seconds left in the clock. Tapia heads to the basket, fouled on the way. He'll shoot 2. Tapia's a junior. Saw some spot minutes last year. Saw some minutes as a sophomore as the football team was on its football playoff run. Bright future. Once again, another young man that suffered from not a lot of club ball this offseason. there's a reach-in foul probably on Williams. Fouls on Blake Williams. And Severance sticking with their starters will send Mason Bright back to the line where he's been killer tonight. We're at 18.6 left. Severance up 12. Makes the second one. Tell you, pretty impressive to see a high school team shooting in the gotta be the 80s. Like I said, I don't have the number, but it feels like they've only missed a couple tonight. Williams with the deep three pulls it to a 10-point ball game. 65-55. Foul with 1.1 on the clock will allow Severance to shoot a couple more free throws. Thanks for dropping in on the stream tonight. Saturday's game at Erie is 1:30. That'll be on the Erie Tiger Network. You can probably pick that up on the Erie High School website. Athletic Administration will post that on Facebook and the Skyline website probably Friday afternoon. And you can tune in from there. They do a great job out there. They've been on this streaming thing for a couple of years, so they'll do a nice job getting the game to us. Varney makes one of two, 66-55. And that'll do it from the cage. Not the night I think the Falcons were expecting, but you got to hand it to Severance. They came in here and played a really disciplined ball game and did what they needed to do to get a nice win. They moved to 2-1 on the season. Falcons dropped to 1-2, headed to Erie on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Allen on the play-by-play, Karsen Box on the video. Have a great week. We will talk to you a week from Friday against Holy Family. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.